It was 4 a.m., some April night about a month into the pandemic. We had just delayed production. We were gonna delay it again, and I had a stroke of divine inspiration. So I wrote a script in 3 hours, based on a 3-page play I had written. It somehow barely changed by the time we shot it 3 months later. For so much fruitful inspiration, there was one tiny issue. The entire thing was set on boats. On a lake. At dawn. Oh, shit. Howdy, neighbor. My name is Zach Stodds. I'm one of the founders of New Neighbor and the writer-director of Rosso. By the way, if you haven't watched Rosso, links in the video description. Let's get behind the scenes of Rosso. The difficult things needed answers. They weren't going anywhere. Let's work through them in reverse order. At dawn. Not my idea. The script said it was supposed to be evening, but my producer and director of photography said the sunrise would be gorgeous and the lake would be clear of people if we shot early in the morning. So we did, and it was. Next, we had to find the perfect lake. So I put my head together with that of my producer, Tim Schwagel, and we eliminated every closest lake, reservoir, river, kiddie pool. We ended up kayaking around Lake Wissota for an hour and then driving around it for 2 until we found this perfect little cove. Marshy, swampy, and just the perfect spot to dump a body. Finally, and most importantly, boats. We needed boats. We already had one, my family's boat that inspired the original play, and through a lot of asking around, we were able to wrangle up another. On Lake Wissota even. Both very standard fishing boats of the modern day. Fiberglass and aluminum. For the final boat, I decided it best to just bite bullet and rent one. I found a spot that was cheap and close, rented a fishing boat, rolled up expecting to find one just like the 2 we had. Instead, I was greeted by an all-metal fishing boat with a stick motor, no steering wheel, and none of the usual amenities that a modern fishing boat has. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I mean, we couldn't have crew in it. It was too shaky, it was small, it could barely fit 2 people. I mean, how were we supposed to get anything done with this? I was panicking. And then I took a deep breath. Tim and Nick talked me down. They explained to me that actually this boat would better fit the vibe of the movie, that this would be great on camera for the characters to sit in. So I relented. This would be our picture boat, the one that we used in the movie. With all that sorted and dates set, we had 2 days to accomplish my vision. And not really 2 days, 2 mornings. 2 mornings that were 6 hours and 8 hours long, but only 4 hours and 6 hours of shooting. We needed 2 hours of prep early in the morning just to get ready to shoot. While everyone else set up, Nick and I went over the shot list based on my storyboard. We determined we would have to shred water in order to get this all in time. We kicked ourselves into high gear and got filming. In the end, we averaged about 6 shots an hour over the 2 days. That's 10 minutes a shot, which, to be clear, was only possible because we were using all natural light. The natural light made it so we didn't have to set up any lighting equipment, and we were out on boats in the early morning. There was no other way for it to be done. Now, to be fair, a lot of shots didn't turn out. We had to cut them or we had to redo them on the second day. But we also got a lot of accidental gold. We got that shot of Rosso casting his line while the background is parallaxing. Nick was just rolling on a saya actually fishing. And the shot of the cement block at the beginning during the beeping montage. It's all because Nick was just rolling camera while he set it down in the boat. The boats didn't make getting these shots any easier either. Boats had to drive in tandem and stay still on an active lake. Rihanna had to make sure she didn't flip the boats while she was pulling on Lionel's fishing line, acting as our fish. It was a dance that our boat wranglers had to choreograph perfectly. They killed it. It was a tiresome but wonderful 2 days. A fever dream in my memory. I mean, we had to jump into the next production right away. And during that time, we didn't look over the footage. We just let it sit and I started panicking. I thought everything we got probably sucked. We had gotten shots that were unusable and I had just wasted a bunch of my friends' and peers' time. And that sucks. It really does. It hurts, but that's a part of the creative process. Sometimes you just aren't the best judge of your own work, but It was all worth it. Sure, things weren't my exact original vision, but we just shifted things around in the edit, cut a few things, and reshaped the short, and it turned out. Rosso is gorgeous. I have Nick and nature to thank for that. I got two very simple, spectacular performances out of my actors, Asaya and Lionel. The costumes and makeup were exactly what I wanted, and the atmospheric sound we had is spot on. I had the least part in making this. I'm gonna be straight up. I wrote a little script and knew what I wanted to see and hear, but this would have never happened without all the amazing people I worked with. Tim pushing me to get everything done on time, my incredible designers, and every last person who had a hand in the making of this, in any small way. And this is how I make art. How we make art. And I want to make art like this for the rest of my days. As part of a team, a neighborhood really. And if you want to see more films and filmmaking videos like this one, please like and subscribe, and welcome to the neighborhood.
You could have killed me!
I just wanted to do some.
Want me to freestyle rap?